Hey guys, and welcome back to the ocean. This is Theory Chum here, and we got a big one for you today. Today, I'm here with Chum, and we're going to be explaining to you guys why the FNAF3 layout is seen under Murray's in the R&D. So, let's go ahead and get right on into it. To begin, we're going to bring up the FNAF3 layout under Murray's in Secret of the Mimic. This is put in the prototype area where we see the prototype amalgamation, as well as what leads us from the White Tiger place. Now, we know down here that they're working on these prototypes for consciousness transference for David. That's the whole point of M2. To start this theory off, we're going to go ahead and look at this mail right here. It tells us about how things were booked for David's party on a Saturday ahead of time, right? So we have a party booked on a Saturday where the animatronics for it are already pre-booked. To go on from here, we're going to look at the Chica's party room, and inside of it, there is a party in a box, which is an item that is sold from Chica's Party World. And it is here at the birthday, in the Chica's Party office, and it's an item. To continue on from here, we're going to go ahead and look at the sister location source code, where we get a schedule on top where it says on Saturday that Baby and Ballora were privately booked for a party. Now, if we go and we look back and remember, and we're connecting this to the Silver Eyes and Immortal and the Restless, after taking David, the baby isn't his. And then there's also the current belief by TD Reads and other YouTubers that that Fiona is Ballora. So we have Baby and Fiona in the sister location source code being privately booked for this party for David. As well, a part of this source location code, we have that Chica's Party World sent novelty items for a birthday party, which is going to be the party in the box from the Chica Party World room. The sister location source code is coding from the past of whenever Fiona and Afton were having them check on the results of David's party. We also get inside of the notes that Fiona actually did send a technician to help Edward. Help being quotation marked here. And these logs were to be sent to Afton Robotics, meaning that William Afton was concurrently being contracted by Fazzy & T at this time. He has not yet become a part of Fazzy & T itself of the time of this party. Continuing on, we're going to go look and see where this happened at. And it happens at the CRMN Institute. And then if we go and look, and I know I had my own personal opinions that CRMN standing for crewman, but now I'm one of the beliefs of Gibby's Homestead Horrors, Child Remnant Institute. And the Child Remnant Institute is the R&D. It's the underground place where Murray was. FNAF 3 is the prototype. The FNAF that prototype area is the prototype for the FNAF 3 location, which was supposed to be a place to harvest Child Remnant. We can go ahead and look at more proofs of this. The tiger animatronic underneath Murray's, whenever it looks at you, it leaves the flashes in your vision, just like the Phantom animatronics from FNAF 3. The Phantom animatronics in FNAF 3 are the same failed experiments still lingering and drifting around in the FNAF 3 location. Now let's go ahead and look, and we can even take into consideration on why the FNAF 3 building in-game was repurposed into Fazbear's Fright. It was because there were so many awful rumors of the things that were happening there. And there were so many awful rumors about the things that were happening at the location because it was the Child Remnant Institute. That's what it's been. That's why FNAF 3 is underneath Murray's. That's why the FNAF 3 is separated from the rest of the locations, and it looks different. That's why Afton is bringing Mike back to it later. That's why they set it on fire to hide the evidence. All of this was never an average pizzeria location. This was a released area by Fiona and Afton to try to digitally conscious swap in mass compared to one kid on his birthday. Now, before I get to the last part of this short theory, I just want to contextualize it with something, and that's going to be that this party for David never made it to the party. Now let's go ahead and look at Circus Baby. What we believe was her stomach hatch to capture in and draw in children was now more likely to be for the M2 baby nighttime mode. And the audio lure was to lure the M2 just like we do multiple times in Secret of the Mimic. That's how we get them. We distract them all the time using noise. In other words, Baby was originally intended to capture and get the Mimic program. But Elizabeth messed that up and went around Baby when she wasn't supposed to, which ruined William's plan, which is the reason William hated Elizabeth all that much. And then he hated her even more because while he couldn't get it to work whenever she messed up, she got it to work whenever she went inside a Baby. So let me know, guys, what do you think? Is the FNAF 3 location the Child Remnant Institution? Or maybe do you think it's something else? Do you think that the sister location source adds up? Go ahead and let me know in the comments, man. Go ahead and shout out to me. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you really liked it, swing your finger on over to the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for hanging out in the ocean. Until next time.